And I like to use the MAGHEALY Coherence whenever I do a presentation. Okay, so how does it help me? My body, mind, and soul. So I find that when I use Coherence to do a presentation, everything seems to flow internally. Yeah, that's how I like it. All right, now you look at the backdrop. The backdrop shows how all the strings, right, are actually intertwined together. And this is what I like about coherence, and that's how I see coherence, because your body, mind, soul becomes all intertwined into unity. So you feel wholesome. You don't feel like your body, mind, soul is split up, you know. Yeah, so that's coherence. Okay, so I see coherence as the thread that goes through all the other strings here. So it goes through and then sort of like hold everything together. Okay, yeah, so that is the picture I have when I use coherence. Okay, now what are all the different layers and different strings? All here you see many strings, right? So these are different layers that I want to explain to you. Our human consciousness as of now, okay, it is known to have 12 dimensions. That means 12 layers. Like just now the string, right? So imagine that there are 12 strings like this. Okay, so the physical body and the visible world is at the lower dimension. So when you talk about bioenergetic field, is actually the lower dimension here, dimension 1, 2, 3. That's why we call our world three-dimensional world. Okay, so we are here at physical matter. Now, when you go and then time, concept of time is here. Above here, there's no more concept of time. Okay, yeah, that's why there's this thing called eternity, means there's no longer bound by any concept of time. Then after that, you go into the global information field. So this is where we use the Healy blue app. Over here, we use the Healy pink app. All right, so information field, this is where we use the Healy blue app. Okay, yeah, so all this is all part of the invisible information field, all right, which is actually electromagnetic waves. All these are all the different dimensions, so 12 dimensions. Okay, now, have you ever played this game where they ask a few people to line up in one single row, right? So there could be like 8 or 10 or 12. Okay, so the person, the one that starts, the one who passed the message, and then they will give you a very long message, right? So they will give you a long message with a lot of actions, funny things and all that, right? So they will give you a long sentence to the first person. Then of course, after you listen to that long sentence, your memory is like incomplete one, right? So you will only catch a few words, and then after that, you're supposed to pass the message to the next person, and then this next second person will pass it to the third, pass it to the fourth, and all that. Okay, so this will go on. So you'll pass the message. By the time the last person receives the message, so we all know that the message would have been distorted because people cannot remember, and then they will add a lot of things inside or take away some of the things. So there is distortion of the message as you move from the first one until the last one. Okay or not? Yeah. So this is what happens. All right. Now, we are at dimension 1 and there are 12 dimensions. Okay, so if you have a message or if you have an intention, so here we are passing the message to the higher dimension. If you remember, I talk about manifestation. So in manifestation, when you have a thought or an idea about something, let's say I want a sports car. So when you imagine your sports car, which model you want, what color you want, so instantaneously that thing that you want, the sports car that you want, or is a big house that you want, okay, existed already, okay, but it existed at the higher dimension of your consciousness because you have thought about it at higher consciousness. So now from high consciousness dimension, let's say 10, 12, you want to bring it down to manifest it at dimension 3, for example. The message from dimension 12 has to come down here. Okay, so along the way, a lot of distortion. So that is why we find it difficult to manifest, because the message from what we want, okay, to every day will change. Okay, today I want this, tomorrow I want this, then the doubt come in, disbelief come in, yeah, then greed comes in, then we change, so we distort. So what happened is, that's why we can't manifest. Okay, so here when you use the coherence is to ensure that what you want in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul are all aligned, and the message does not get distorted. So that means when you send your message to the highest dimension, and when the highest dimension receive it, and when it send it down, there's no distortion. Okay, so that is what coherence is for. Okay, so if you want to do the manifestation, make sure that you use coherence. You can use cosmic growth also to add on to all those that I've shared before. All right, so we talk about the manifest infinity. You can use Dr. Habdang. You can also use a few other programs that I mentioned before. Okay, coach and all that. So add on to all this, the coherence. All right. Okay, so what are the frequencies in coherence? So you can see, like, it can give you, so it will vary from person to person. So when I use it, it happens to be 706, which is working on the pineal and the crown. Okay, so this is to expand your consciousness. 866 is to awaken your intuition, restore your cell, clear energetic imprints of trauma, of disease. 567 is to clear energetic distortion. So this is at the physical level. Some of it is at the conscious level. Okay, then 4.2, grounding, stability, security. 8 will be your alpha waves. Okay, that is for reprogramming, brain coherence. And then 67.4, this is for your human field, scalar energy. This is to clear stagnant energy. And then you can have 432, this is for the heart chakra. So how does it help your heart? Heart is coherent and then in sync with your brain and with your entire energy field. So this is also to increase your peace and your love. 128 is to resonate with your DNA, your cell. 152 is to release karmic patterns. Okay, karmic patterns are all the lessons that you are here to learn. All right, so some of these are karmic burdens. Okay, so if you carry a lot of karmic burdens from the past, so you will find that your energy field is heavy, is harder to manifest. So because you got to learn all these lessons and then clear many layers, okay, until you liberate all these past burdens that you carry with you. Okay, so it can be guilt, fear, shame, etc. Okay, so there will be others. Okay, 12.9 kilohertz, this is for your etheric body. So it's to cleanse the light body, the auric field. One of the layer is called the etheric light body. Okay, clear your mental body. So all this is to clean up your auric field in the various layers. Yeah, so there are attachment, right? Dense attachment in terms of thought forms. So there are stubborn thought pattern. It could be psychic debris, energetic parasites, you know, that can come from outside, you know, sucking the life out of you. Yeah. And then 147, again, for your light body, which is your auric field, for the macabre, okay, and your information field. So this is really scrubbing yourself clean. 786 kilohertz. This is for divine blessings, for protection, and then connecting human field to the divine source of energy. Okay, yeah. So, oops. All right, so that will be coherence. Of course, it's not limited to this. As you use, you will see your own numbers appearing. So I've taught you how to go and check. So if you want to know, then do a little bit of work to go and check, and then you will know what is happening to your body. All right, yeah, because some will say that I use but I don't feel anything. It's not meant for you to feel anything, or okay, I don't see changes. It's not that. So sometimes your energetic field is so dirty, you can't really bring a lot of things into manifestation until you bathe, you know. Yeah, so if you have seen, like, let's say wild animals, not wild animals, these are homeless animals, you know, and then they don't take care of themselves, and then their fur and all that is all entangled mud, dirt. Yeah, so when it's home, okay, some kind souls go and bring them, and then what they do is you really have to clean them up, comb them, etc. Okay, so yeah, so some of us spiritually are at that level. Okay, yeah, so we can be spiritually have carrying a lot of all this grime, grime, yeah, stuck to the body, and a lot of cleansing. So you have to be patient and recognize that although things may not happen, you're manifesting, and then how come somebody gets fulfillment, and then some, for me, is like nothing, you know. So don't compare, don't worry, because everybody is different. All right, so as you do the cleansing layer by layer, okay, you will definitely see the divine blessings. Okay, yeah, so have patience with yourself.